The 2026 Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV doesn't just step into the electric vehicle scene, it glides in with the elegance, poise, and confidence you'd expect from a brand that's long defined luxury. From the moment you lay eyes on it, this all-electric SUV exudes an unmistakable aura of sophistication, wrapping futuristic tech in a shell that feels as solid and grounded as the Mercedes badge demands. Unlike some EVs that scream for attention with sharp angles and gimmicky details, the EQS SUV takes a subtler, more refined approach. It sits on a dedicated EV platform, sharing its architecture with the EQS sedan rather than any gas-powered sibling, yet it channels the plush grandeur of the GLS class effortlessly. You get all the size and presence of a traditional luxury SUV, but with the quiet confidence of a vehicle built entirely around the needs of modern, electric motoring. Step inside, and that confidence becomes immersive. The cabin feels like a lounge designed by a tech futurist, layered in leather, ambient lighting, and fine detailing, but dominated by the jaw-dropping 56-inch hyperscreen stretching across the dashboard. This isn't just a screen, it's an interactive command center. Behind the sleek glass are three separate displays, a digital gauge cluster for the driver, a sprawling infotainment touchscreen in the middle, and an additional screen for the front passenger. It's high-tech overload in the best way, although it's worth noting that nearly every function is handled through these screens. That means traditionalists might miss the tactile satisfaction of real buttons and knobs, but for those who live for sleek minimalism, it's a dream come true. From a performance standpoint, the EQS SUV doesn't just impress, it surprises. Despite its generous proportions and heavy battery pack, it accelerates with the kind of urgency that makes you do a double take. The EQS 580 formatage is the headliner here, delivering a robust 536 horsepower and hitting 60 miles per hour in just 4 seconds flat. That's sports car quick in a luxury SUV body. Even the lower trims don't feel like compromises. The EQS 450 Plus serves up a respectable 335 horsepower through its rear wheels, and the dual-motor EQS 450 formatage bumps that up to 355 horses and adds all-wheel drive confidence. Range varies by configuration but remains solid across the board, with the EQS 450 Plus boasting up to 323 miles on a full charge and the formatage variants offering between 312 and 317 miles. Yes, those figures are slightly lower than the 2024 model, but they are still well within the expectations of luxury EV buyers who prioritize comfort over hypermiling. Speaking of comfort, that's really where the EQS SUV shines brightest. The driving experience is smooth, serene, and composed, more glider than sprinter. It's not trying to be a corner-carving performance machine, and that's okay. What you get instead is ride quality that borders on magical, thanks in large part to air suspension and a rear-axle steering system that makes this large SUV feel far more maneuverable than it has any right to be. Whether you're weaving through city traffic or gliding down an open highway, the EQS SUV feels calm, collected, and incredibly well insulated from the chaos of the world outside. Even at speed, road and wind noise are nearly non-existent, letting the rich tones of the Burmester audio system fill the cabin with clarity. It's also refreshingly versatile. You can order it as a 5-seater for maximum cargo space, or go for the optional third row to accommodate up to 7 passengers. Admittedly, the third row is tight and eats into cargo space, leaving just 7 cubic feet when all seats are in use, but for families, that flexibility is a welcome bonus. In the standard 5-passenger configuration, there's a generous 31 cubic feet of cargo room, and even with the third row folded, you still have 28 cubic feet to play with. The interior is designed with thoughtfulness, from the floating center console that frees up floor space to the high-quality materials that feel as good as they look. Everything feels purpose-built and luxurious, which is exactly what you'd expect from a Mercedes wearing the EQS badge. While the focus here is clearly on refinement, Mercedes hasn't ignored the adventurous side entirely. The EQS SUV includes an off-road mode that adjusts suspension height and traction settings for rough terrain. It's unlikely to become a regular in backcountry trailhead parking lots, but it has the chops to handle gravel roads, snow-covered paths, and the occasional DT off the beaten path. More relevant for most owners is the EQS's quick charging capability. Its 107.8 kWh battery supports up to 200 kilowatts charging, meaning you can juice up from 10 to 80% in just over 30 minutes at a DC fast charger. That makes road trips more feasible and adds peace of mind for those who want convenience without compromise. New for 2026 are some welcome upgrades, including soft close doors for that added touch of elegance, 4-zone climate control to keep everyone comfortable, and a HEPA-grade air filtration system to keep the cabin clean and fresh. A new metallic white paint option adds a striking presence, and 22-inch AMG wheels offer a sportier stance. The lineup starts at $106,400 for the base EQS for 50+, climbing to $134,900 for the more lavish trims like the EQS 580 Formatic Exclusive, which comes fully loaded with massaging seats, a head-up display, and every luxury feature you can imagine.